the Ghana card. And as I was saying earlier, people get up so early in the morning, like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. Some even sleep there before the day, with the idea of getting the Ghana card. But those people doing that, they're not really quite sure of the essence, the importance of that Ghana card. So, as a political science lecturer, what is the essence of this Ghana card?
Well, thank you. And first of all, let me extend my regards to your viewers and as well as your listeners who are now following you. Then to my panel member here. Now, to start with, as we all know, the Ghana card is now, it has now come to stay, as we all know. And to cast our minds back, we started it, but we couldn't implement it. I hope you are aware of that.
Yeah,
That was
I am.
under the regime of the NDC, the leadership of Atta Mills. May his soul rest in peace. But fortunately, under Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo and the MPP government, we now have the Ghana card.
Okay.
So, in the first place, let me even start with what is Ghana card?
Okay.
So,
okay.
when we talk of Ghana card, at least we have to at least understand what it means.
Yeah.
And as you are asking, we come to the essence, then other futures and other stuff on the Ghana card.
Okay.
Now, the Ghana card, as we all know, is now the national identity card that is issued by the Ghanaian authorities to Ghanaian citizens, not only Ghanaian citizens residing in Ghana, but both residents in abroad. With time, this is what they are saying, that they are also going to have that their Ghana card. Not all that. We are also going to issue these cards to legal and permanently residents residing in Ghana. So what it means is that someone may come from Togo and neighboring countries around Ghana or far away from here, but once the person is legally resided in Ghana, the person can also have a Ghana card. So
Okay.
this is what we are saying, or this is what the authority are saying concerning the Ghana card for now.
Okay.
Now, back to what you were asking. Now, talking of the essence or the importance of this card, as you are saying, people are now queuing, are done, some are even fighting. Don't forget, even the officials, some are even facing law because there has been some problems with the registration. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
tell you that the country is much particular interested in this card. So if a country is interested in this card, then obviously there is some reasons behind,
Yeah.
and of which we are going to elaborate it this morning. And to start with, we have been using the voters ID card for everything. And what it means is that if even you want to open an account at a bank, it means that you have to use the ID card. I mean, I'm talking of the voters ID card.
Okay.
If even you have to taking services from this country, is this ID card that we were using. But when we compare to other developed countries, they are not using the voters ID card, because to some extent when you go to America, they don't even use the ID cards to vote. They are having the electronic voting. So someone may just sit in his house, then just cast a vote. So this is what we are trying to do as a country. And I must be candid with you here. I must applaud the national authority for embarking on this.
Okay, okay. So I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'll come to you later.
Okay.
Odisheba, right, Mr. Odisheba?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Dominic.
What I want to ask you is, there's been some speculation because Mr. Berima is just trying to elaborate the essence of that Ghana
Ghana
card, and
card, yeah.
which I'll get back to him. But there's a speculation about this Ghana card. People are saying it's kind of 666 thing, that if you engage yourself, it's like you're going to hell, and all
Yeah.
those kind of stuff. You know, excuse me, my language, some layman idea
Okay.
thinks the Ghana card is initiating them into 666, or is taking them into hell. So all these speculations, I don't know if you've heard about any of them. What do you make of it?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. And once again, I'll use this opportunity, to say a very good morning to all our cherished listeners and those also who are following us on Facebook. And we say a very big thank you to them. But going straight to what you just said, I personally felt the same. Instant when I got to the center to register mine. You see, at times, whatever comes, being it good or bad, so at times there has to be some of these challenges with it, so that you get to know, say, people, the interest of people in it is bigger or not. But if someone says it comes along with, successes on other things, on paper, when you look at that, it's not emphatica, but these things that goes in there is what maybe uh, lead or influence the layman to, take a conclusion of that. Because I've seen a video where going viral when a lady, or I think a woman, sorry, when they were about to take a picture of
The picture.
the eye,
Yeah.
she was crying. You see, when I got there, I feel the same thing. I felt the same thing. Sorry, the thing was inserted in my eye, and I think some red light was flashed. But that's just to, take the color of your eye. You see, every personality has individual differences that differ you from another person. And don't forget that this Ghana card too, people can use it for many other things. Even though your details and your information is about you personally, people can also use your ID card to do certain things. But when we get hold of these people, what are some of the things that we will use to know that it is you or not? These are some of the things that we can find out. If you look at your eye, the color of your eye, and we check it with the person in question, and it matches, that means definitely you are the person. You understand?
So, if I understand you very well, the Ghana card is not about initiating
No,
people into hell.
it's not about initiating people into hell, but we shouldn't also forget that this thing cannot be, um, done without saying some of these things. It's part of woman's life.
Okay.
Everything that comes out, we will get some people who will stand against it.
Oh, all right. So, Mr. Berima,
Yes,
let me come to you once again.
Okay.
I want us to talk about the process. You know, the process of issuing this Ghana card and the process of registration.
Okay.
You know, they started in Accra and now they're in Kumasi. Looking at the process, what people have to wake up at the dawn. Do you think that was absolutely the right process for us to, as a country, to do the registration?
I think so. I think so. To start with, we are fond of queuing in this country, and we always have that this first service. So everybody now is now queuing to be treated at first. But don't forget, even after this initial registration, we are going to have permanent offices at various district and municipal assemblies,
Okay.
of which they are going to register. Now, talking of how to register, we are even having two types of this Ghana card. And these two types, when you are talking of it, the first one is what we are having using that chipset one.
Okay.
And we also have the barcode one. Now, let me expatiate here.
Okay.
The barcode is going to used for infants, if I should say. That is from 0 to 14 years.
Oh,
So
okay.
what it means is that right after a child is born, then it means we are going to use the barcode one to register that word.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Then talking of that dual interface chip is what we are having now. So what it means is that we are now starting registering with a dual interface chip, of which that is from 15 and above. Now, how to register with this card? You need, the first thing that you need is either a biometric birth certificate. The word is what? Biometric birth certificate, or a passport. So what it means here is that once you are having a passport, then it means you use the biometric birth certificate to register or to get access to the passport. So you can do away with that birth cert, or you can also do away with the passport. Then it goes with that digital addressing system. I hope
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
that one.
yeah,
GPS.
sure.
Then it
The
comes in.
GPS.
Then any other document or vital information about you, then you can also add, like the Senate card, then the ID card, the thing, then blah blah blah, driver's license.
License
Then
and
you
all
can.
that stuff.
That one is not that compulsory. But when you talk of the registration, what you need is what I want to elaborate here is the biometric birth cert or the new passport. When we talk of the new passport, I hope you understand me.
Yeah.
Because right
Yes.
now we are having biometric
biometric passport, yeah.
So this is how you can go and register. And these are the requisite materials that you have to carry along when you are going to register.
Okay,
No-
if I may ask, the barcode
Yes.
for the kids, has it started yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. They are now focusing on the
Adults.
Yeah, on the adults, of which we are going to use the dual interface chip. That is what we are doing.
Okay, thank you. I'll come back to you later. Mr. Oberima, let me ask you this. I kind of find situation that people complain, I first came, they served me, but now my card cannot be found. So they queue for the collection of their cards, yet they don't get it. So how are such people going to be handled? People who do not have their card right now. They came first, but their cards are not issued to them. Such situation, how do you deal with it?
Yeah, before I go straight to that, I want to elaborate on what my brother just said about the passport. Not forgetting that when the passport is expired, you cannot use it to register. So, to the remembrance of our listeners,
Okay.
when you know your passport is, expired, kindly go and, renew before you can be allowed to register. But people queuing and taking all sort of things that they needed, and later coming back for the card, and it happens that they don't get it. I think it's a challenge. You know, in Ghana, one thing that we are not, confident with it is when we say yes, we have to say yes to that thing. You understand? But these days, things that we do, it seems those who are in charge of that thing we are not much serious and emphatic about it, because I'm told I have to take a picture and everything. You have taken it and I've come back for my card and you are telling me you are not seeing. Well, then what are you doing there? It means you are mismanaging things.
Okay.
And if you are fond of mismanaging things, I don't think it is a profession to be there. So let's take a quickly look at that and know how to also solve that. I think it will be very, very bad when after passing through all these stresses, then you later go and they tell you your card cannot be found. Meanwhile, when that thing happened to you, you are not going to get a new card because your information has been taken already and you won't get it.
Okay.
So where will I get the card? That's
Okay,
a big problem.
Mr. Verma, you want to come in?
Let me help him here.
Yeah, okay.
Talking of that, as I said earlier on, don't forget that we first started this and it didn't work.
Okay.
But don't forget that information that we gave out, we have a centralized data server that are still there.
Okay.
Now, for instance, Berima Kojo, I may woo a woman, marry her. Obviously, my name Ousu may be attached to her.
Yeah.
Previously, when I met her, she was, let's say, Joyce and Chua. Right now, Ousu and Chua Joyce. Have you seen that there has been a change here?
Yeah.
So we are having these exceptional cases because there is this kind of contradiction. There is this kind of conflict here at the top there.
Okay.
That is where we have the centralized data system. So if this thing should happen, then don't forget that you are not going to have your card as early as possible. The brain behind everything was you go early in the morning, you are expected to have your card that same day.
Okay.
Of which people are now experiencing it. For instance, I went there and I went there early in the morning, around 12 o'clock. I went there to check and my card was in. So these are some of the problems that we are having. Giving out informations of which are contrary to what we first gave out has led to this. So if I should come in and at least I have to educate my brother here. These are some of the but I can't just say that these are the main reasons why some of these cars are delaying. But some of the causes are what I have just told
Yes,
you.
sir. Okay, I'll come back to you. Remember, you can send your text message on 0502236575 and also your WhatsApp message on 0553106576, and it will be read for you. Okay, now let me come back to you, Mr. Berima,
Yeah.
with this question. We kind of hear that people are extorting money through this Ghana card. Let me say somebody's getting rich because of this program.
Yeah.
And police has been able to apprehend some of these people.
Yeah.
So my question is, what measure do you think we need to put in place in order to warn the other people? Because after here, they'll be going to another region. So if they took money here, definitely they'll be taking money over there. So those people who are caught, what are the measures that we need to put in place so that it could create fear and panic on other people?
Thank you. Rightly said. Don't forget, we are having these two groups that are embarking on registry.
Okay.
We are having those data entry guys. They are coming from Accra. So they are moving from region to region. Then when they come, we also hire people that will also do the registration. That is the paperwork. Now, when you look at those that were apprehended, these are the guys that we live with. These are guys that are residing at the regional, at the various regions. Now, serving as a deterrent, this is what we have to do. Anybody caught, we have to arraign the person before court. Then if a fine, imprisonment, then we can just, in a way, to serve as a deterrent for others to also do away with this. Because I really don't understand why you have to
Take
collect
money
money
on
from
this.
somebody
On
before.
this.
And sometimes too, the pressure will come from we, the registrants.
Okay.
You just go, you see me, Chale, onji way, now onye mame. It's like obi or this comma, obi or jina. No, don't forget we are all at fault.
Yeah.
And if you money buy, I was even expecting say those that also gave out the money.
Should be arrested.
That is it.
Okay.
That is it. That is it. So those from the regional, from Accra, if I should say the capital, they are just data entry guys, and they can't come out then extort money from these guys. So these are the guys that we live with, and they are doing this. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. You're still listening to MIG Online Radio, and this is the favorite morning show, Ghana First, as we discuss issues that pertain Ghana for the progression of Ghana. So, any last words on this Ghana card issue? If time will permit us, we will get into another discussion. It's exactly 70 minutes inside 6.
It has come to stay.
Okay.
Talking of the essence, as you earlier on asked,
All right.
by June 2020, if you are not holding this card, or if you have not been registered, then it means you can't even use your mobile phone. Because don't forget, we are going to do re-registration of these SIM cards.
Okay.
Don't forget, we are in this country and we started registering SIM cards. You go to a vendor, then these cards are already registered.
Okay.
So how do we track criminals in this country? Don't forget, these are some of the reasons why we are embarking on this registration. So what it means is that if even you want to open bank account these days, we are not going to use that voter's ID card again. We are going to use this primary card that we are going to hold. So I am just advising that we all have to partake in this and expect the barcode one, as I said, to also come. So what it means is that right now, if we are also having the barcode one from 0 to 14, so when a child is born, then we register the child. Now, getting to 18, then we will also not find problems with registration of those that can elect. Because don't forget, we have your data. When you were born, we registered you. So when you reach 18 years, then obviously you are free to vote. Yeah. When you go to America and other states, the moment that you get to 18 years, then you'll be having calls from these political parties telling you, alerting you that you are now eligible to vote.
Okay.
So that one, they are not having problems with and you could register be minor ones. So the Ghana card, it has come to stay. The name be now, so we need to we need to say about me abua.
Okay. Somebody will be calling so soon. But for the last, Mr. Odishiaba, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's been the speculations that without the Ghana card, you cannot vote in the 2020 elections. What do you make of that?
No, I won't bat that. Just about just 2020 election, we can't use the Ghana card to, elect or vote for the 2020. But if we are talking about next 4 years, then that one I can take it. But using it to vote this year, I don't think. But my question to the public is that Ghanaians are fine of waiting for the last minute so that they will do things.
Good,
You
good,
see,
good.
some of these
That's
things,
also another issue.
yeah, some of these issues we get ourselves involved by not getting these cars and other things. Some of the things you sit down for the closing day to, come, then you say I'm going to register. Ghanaians are fine of doing last minute things, and we have to, eradicate that from our mind. And don't forget, if you are not having this Ghana card, it means you are not a Ghanaian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you are not a Ghanaian because you use this to boast of.
That I'm a Ghanaian.
Yeah,
This is my card.
that's your
And
card.
so if you
What
don't have
shows
it,
you
you're
are
not a Ghanaian.
You are not a Ghanaian.
Are you
Because
sure?
very soon, don't forget, this voters ID card, we won't use it.
So what about my great grandma who is in the room and cannot come out to work? And if she doesn't have it,
He or
then
she is still a Ghanaian.
yeah, she's still a
What,
Ghanaian.
what I'm trying to say is, you don't get me. When you don't have this,
Ghana
Ghana
card.
card,
You are not a
and
Ghanaian.
You are not a Ghanaian.
And-
What shows you a Ghanaian? See, when you go outside, someone asks you, "Hey, which country are you coming from?" You say, "I'm a Ghanaian." Is that because of your color that the person will get to know you're a Ghanaian? Maybe you can possess all the document that shows you're a Ghanaian, but without ID card or the Ghana card we are talking about, someone will, just challenge you. You are not a Ghanaian. And you have to use that to, prove your innocence. So let's all welcome it and let it come to stay so that it will help us.
Okay, thank you. The phone lines are open 0502236575. You can call and ask any question that is bothering your mind or any suggestions in it. So somebody's on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, your name, where you calling from?
Adjo, I'm calling from Kumasi Abuabo.
Adjo, what's your worry?
My worry is I'm a student. When I vacated and I came home, they said they have closed Ghana card. So what should I do now?
You were in school,
Yeah.
and when you vacated and came home, they said they've closed.
Yes.
They closed in which way? Like, has it ended or
Yeah,
the
date
time
it has ended. So what should I do to
the
get my
date has
Ghana?
ended?
Yes.
Okay, I think they will answer you. So you heard the question of Adjoa, her
Yeah.
worries.
Adjoa is practically part of the last minute people. You see?
No. No. I don't buy.
You have to buy this.
She has not registered at all.
Talk. Oh, come on, Mr. Verma, you
listen,
go on.
Adjoa is practically part of them, and I will elect her as the GP for the last minute people. Why am I saying this? Because when you are in school, don't forget, it doesn't matter wherever you are. We say Ghana card, we don't say Kumasi card, Accra card, or whatever. So wherever you are, you stand a chance of going to the nearest registration point to register.
But
You
but
understand?
what I bear with Adjoa is that she's in school, and she cannot skip lectures to register Ghana card. So what I suggest was they should have stationed some of the registering or registration people in that school so that they could register the student. You know the reason why the queue has been too long? That is because when they vacated and came home, they've added up to the
Yeah.
people in the house.
Sure.
So I think they should, in some vantage point, they shouldn't wait
let-
after the registration.
Yeah,
So I bear with Adjoa.
I'm not trying to condemn your point, but I just also want to remind you that let me give you a practical example at Aridia, say where I stay.
Okay.
When the Ghana card registration was going on, there were some of these students at KNUST who also comes in to register. When you have a lecture, it doesn't mean the whole of that particular day or the whole of the week you are still in class. Can you do that? you also have time to do something. So
Okay.
can't you minimize your time in such a way that you something that you think is beneficial to you, just sacrifice something to do something. So by my point that Ajua is
Ajua
the
is
GP,
GP
of
of
the
last
last
members.
members.
I
Okay,
don't buy
let's do
that idea. I don't buy that
Okay.
idea.
Okay, let's help Ajua to register.
What I understand here is
Okay,
they haven't closed, but they have moved from her region to another region.
region. Okay.
Don't forget, I told you that we are going to have permanent stations for this registration of these new cars. So what it means is that she can move
To the other
to
region
the
where
other
they're
region,
going.
or she can wait. She can wait.
So there's this kind of easy way that you be establishing in vantage points for people to register. So why is it predominating of people every dawn and those stuff that you should let people know and understand that they should wait and relax after the registration? There will be some kind of vantage points registration, so they could go and register. Why don't you first explain that to
That
the
is
public?
it. So for lack of knowledge,
My people perish.
the education on this registration of this new card, to me, to some extent, didn't get to the household people well.
Okay.
Because don't forget, we are going to have permanent workers, permanent outfit for these cars. So Ajua can wait. Either she can move to the new region or she can wait when everything is done.
Mr. Berma, wait.
yeah.
You are coming up with another issue.
Yeah.
That you said you're going to be having permanent workers.
Yes, I am
So
telling you.
does it mean that those people registering right now will be wiped off in order to re-employ another people, or the same people are still going to do the registration?
I earlier on told you that we are having our own people doing the registration.
Okay.
Now the strangers are the entry
Data
people.
entry, okay.
Yes, and they are going to train new guys to enter the data. So here, what it means is that, okay, to talk of the barcode. So how are we going to embark on that?
Okay.
Don't forget, I've explained that one to you.
You have.
The barcode for 0 plus to 14 years.
Yeah, to the kids.
So how are we going to do that? Then it means that we are going to have outfit registering, like the
Okay.
health insurance that we are having. You bear with me, when the health insurance came, we were having these problems, the queuing,
Yes, another
fighting
stuff,
here
yeah,
and there.
yeah.
Okay.
But at the end of it all, right now, I can just sit here, just
you can
even
renew.
renew. So we just have to take time,
Okay.
explain to the people of Ghana, blah, 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 so that we can all wait and embark on this registration.
All right, I
peacefully.
understand you. So,
Yeah.
Ajua, if you are listening, the solution to your problem is just you can move to the other region, follow them so that you can get your Ghana card registration. Okay, so we're still moving on. I have about 10 minutes to close the curtain. It's exactly 28 minutes inside 7, and you are listening to Ghana First on MIG Online Radio. So, closing down the curtain,
Yeah.
Mr. Man,
Yeah.
which is Odishiba, right?
Right.
Okay, so what is your final advice pertaining on the Ghana card issue?
Okay, my final advice to the public is that everybody should make it, a part of his or her life to, get grab to one of this Ghana card, because opportunity comes but once. Maybe with what is going to come in the next, future or next year to come, if you are not having the Ghana card, maybe you can't get access to the bigger thing which is coming to come. Don't forget that when you are being sent a document or what a gift, whatever from abroad, this GPS address you coded in the Ghana card is what they are going to use to locate you
Okay.
wherever you are.
Alright.
So failure of registering Ghana card is going to be at your own
Peril.
peril.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Berima,
Yes.
if final words.
If this is primary ID, then it means you use this to access all the services within the country and even its environs. Don't forget, we have named it Ghana card, but the actual name is what? ECOWAS card.
ECOWAS card,
So it means you have to get registered so that you can have access to this, like the telephone number, bank accounts, passports, having driving license, going to hospitals, blah blah blah, so that you can live peacefully in this country.
Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen, for your time with me today.
Thank you too.
Welcome.
So you heard from the two gentlemen. Can I call them professors? That is Berima Kojo, political science lecturer. Odishioba, political science lecturer. Okay, time for me to close the curtain and make way for another program, which is this sports segment in full time. The name is Dominic Bonsu. Stay away from trouble. Be safe. The same time tomorrow, I'll meet you. If the grace moves us, I'm going to be right here tomorrow at the same time. I'm out. Bye-bye.